Welcome back to another edition of the Common Constitutionalist Weekly Podcast, and I am the Common Constitutionalist, and back to, shall we say, darn near close to full health after I've had the walking death or whatever for darn close to a month, I guess. A couple of friends still have it about 4, 5, 6 weeks in. So, whatever. But at this point, I'm back to health and I'm ready to go. Now, of course, most people who do these podcasts or radio broadcasts or television broadcasts, the only thing they're going to be talking about is, of course, the campaign, the election coming on Tuesday. So, Democrats, don't forget to vote this Wednesday. Ha! I think I actually heard that somewhere. Somebody posted, some Republican years ago, I don't know who it was, a local campaign worker somewhere in the South posted posters all over some poor neighborhood or something like that. Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote this Wednesday. I think he got himself into some real hot water, but it was pretty funny. All right, so at any rate, today I've got a couple of topics here. First, I'll just call this Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton and the Z family. We'll just leave it at that. And the second topic is going to be an article in the HuffPo about how Muhammad was the first feminist, for want of a better term. Muhammad's a feminist. There you go. Now you've heard it all. Today on the Common Constitution.
You're listening to the Common Constitutionalist, broadcast from an undisclosed location, free from the prying eyes of establishment black helicopters.
Okie dokie. So, the Donald was in full Trump mode at Hershey, Pennsylvania at a rally on, I think it was Saturday. And this comes to us, actually it comes to me from the Daily Mail, and I bring it to you. But they report that Donald Trump mocked Hillary Clinton on Saturday for appearing alongside Jay-Z. I don't even, let me digress here right off at a bat, right from the get-go. What does the Z even mean? Is that his last name? Thankfully, thank heavens, I am so proud to say that I have no blanking clue what the Z means in Jay-Z. I'm sure it stands for something cool, and I guess I'm not cool, so I wouldn't know that. I have no idea. But let me be, so that's why I said in the intro, the Z family. Because it was Jay-Z and Beyonce up on stage with the Hill Z. I don't know. But what is she, 69-year-old grandma, and she's up there with a rapper and some, I'll get into Beyonce here in a little bit, but ye gad, man. All right, so anyway, let me start over again. Donald Trump mocked Hillary Clinton on Saturday for appearing alongside Jay-Z on a Cleveland, Ohio concert stage after the music superstar dropped F-bombs and rapped with the N-word after N-word. Because that's what they do, and apparently that's cool. And all the white kids love listening to this crapola, and they think it's cool too. I don't know why it's cool, and I don't know how the crap they're allowed to get away with this nonsense, but I'll continue. Okay, my mistake. He actually said this at in Tampa, Florida, and Trump said, "I actually like Jay-Z. Heaven knows why. I don't know why he likes him. I don't know that he even knows the guy. But at any rate, what is he? Trump is 70 and he likes Jay-Z. I'm doubting that too. But whatever. I don't know Trump from Adam." So he said, "I actually like Jay-Z, but the language last night. Oh, ooh," said Trump. "Maybe I'll just try it. Should I use that language? Could you imagine if I said that? Yeah. Could you imagine if any white politician said that? I don't know if Bill Clinton, I don't know who could get away with that other than somebody like this jag-off Jay-Z. Trump said, so he used every word in the book. I won't even use the initials because I'd get in trouble. It'll get me in trouble. You ever notice that Trump always repeats himself? I don't know if it's for emphasis or whatever, but he always repeats himself. Get it? I'd get in trouble. It'll get me in trouble. I don't know why I have trouble with that. He used every name in the book. I'll tell you what, I've never said what he said in my life. Now, again, I don't know whether that's the case or not. I'm going to guess that he probably has used the F-bomb more than a few times, old Trumpster. But I'm going to go out on a limb, and he's never said the N-word. Unless he's, like I've said the N-word, in quoting somebody who said the N-word. And frankly, I'm almost tempted to say the N-word, but I'll just leave it at that. So the Daily Mail reports that the rapper's repertoire on Friday night included his hit. Here's a hit. You ready for the hit? F with me, you know I got it. What the heck does that mean? That's a hit? You know how happy and proud I am to say that I don't know any of this crap. I mean, what a jerkweed. He also performed a song. I'm sure that was another big hit. Jigga My Enna. What the flock is going on with this country? That's a hit. Jigga My, you know what a. And then in the song it included a line that declared, I'm Jay-Z, mother effer. I mean, this guy, what a D-bag. And these guys they make millions of dollars. I don't fault them for that. God bless America if they can do that, if they can perform this crap and sell that many songs and sell out this many stadiums with him and his skanky wife. It tells you everything. And as old Z, as Jay the Z took the stage, the PA announcer loudly blared, "You're tuned in to the mother effing greatest." Really? That's what you're tuned into? I mean, this stuff just rips me to no end that these guys, whatever. And this was if I hadn't already said, Hillary appeared alongside these two bags of poo, Jay-Z and his wife Beyonce. It wasn't a fundraiser, but it was a kind of like the Get Out the Vote concert. And so Hillary's probably backstage listening to all this crap. And Hillary is she's the champion of women. Equal rights for women, equal pay for women, the glass ceiling, all that good stuff for women. Well, a portion of the lyrics for the rapper Jay-Z are as follows. If you feel like a pimp, Enna, go and brush your shoulders off. I don't know what that means either. And brush your shoulders off. I don't know what the heck that means. But if you feel like a pimp, you know what oh man, this is incredible. And then he goes on to say, I guess this is also part of the lyrics, ladies is pimps too. Go and brush your shoulders off. Enna is crazy, baby. Don't forget that boy told you. Get that dirt off your shoulders. Why does he have so much dirt on his shoulders? Why do all these people have dirt? What have they been doing if they got dirt all over their shoulders? I have no idea. So, I don't know if it was the middle of the concert or toward the end, after he exclaimed that ladies is pimps too, and they have dirt on their shoulders also, I suppose. He told the audience that we're stronger together, echoing Clinton's campaign slogan, and he called her presidential bid historic. This is a moment in time. Frankly, I'm surprised he didn't say this is a moment in effing time, you effing mother effer pimpin' whatevers. So, I don't know. I would have colored it up a little bit, maybe. I don't know. But evidently, minutes after he said that we are stronger together and this is an historic election and her presidential bid is historic, he shifted gears apparently and rapped, I don't F with you, you little stupid A B rhymes with which, ain't effing with you. Really? I have no idea. So that's historic, too, I suppose. And I'm sure it was directly echoing Clinton's campaign. I'm sure it's a proud moment for Hillary Clinton to be standing off stage listening to this crapola. And I guess toward the end of the concert, he said that, Ohio, we are on the doorstep of history. I'm here tonight because respect matters. Respect matters to me, because particularly when he's a pimpin' Blanca, and he's got dirt on his shoulders, and that ladies is pimps too, and don't F with him, because respect matters, apparently. And I guess the crowd was about 10,000 strong at the Jay-Z and Beyonce concert. And as soon as the is showing full respect, what would they say about Hillary? Respect matters to me, and tonight he's here because respect matters. I guess it's because of Hillary and her historic bid. That after the concert was over, most of the people filed out before Hillary even hit the stage. That's how historic this is, and how many people came to see the Hill and not the Z family, and that was great. And Trump didn't lose any time in mocking the fact that he pulled in a much larger crowd than even Jay-Z and Beyonce could, much less Hillary, who couldn't draw flies without these two. And Trump also alluded to the fact that the tickets to the Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Hillary show were free. I don't know that that's true or not, but I wouldn't doubt it for a moment that it was a free concert, and lots of people showed up. And then the minute that old Z was done and Beyonce was done, they hit the door. Don't let the door hit you in the blank on your way out before Hillary even got to the stage. I actually would have liked to see how many people were left when the Hill took the stage and hugged Beyonce and Jay-Z. What a fabulous performance that was. And to their performance, Trump said that we don't need Jay-Z to fill up arenas. We do it the old-fashioned way, folks, Trump said. We fill it because you love what we're saying and you want to make America great again. Well, I don't know whether that's the case or not, but they certainly do pack it. Trump certainly does pack them in. There's no doubt about it, and he doesn't need any help doing it. Whereas Hillary, as I said before, can't draw flies without anyone. And Tim Kaine, what was the other day? Tim Kaine was at an event. There was like 20 people there, and that was about it. Now, I don't know what Mike Pence draws, but I can guarantee it's a lot more than 20 people. So it just goes to show you, I've said before and I'll say it again, I'm not a Trump fan. Am I going to vote for him? Absolutely. Am I supporting him? No. Am I going to campaign for him? Absolutely not. Am I going to endorse him? No, but I'm going to cast my ballot for him, period. I've laid out my case in a couple of articles that you're welcome to read, and that's that. But this is the way Hillary wants to be known. She wants to be known as the chief executive who's tied to a guy and his wife who use the F-bomb like it's running water, and use the N-word. That Trump is absolutely right when he says that if he said that word, all hell would break loose. That'd be it for him. He'd be run out of town on a rail just by using that one word one time. Unbelievable. Let's take a break.
You're listening to The Common Constitutionalist. Let the truth be known.
Alrighty, welcome back. And next up is this comes from Pam Geller. Excuse me, I'm having a big chocolate taste from a little Hershey Kiss. So let me finish up now. I'm telling you, there ain't much better chocolate than Hershey Kisses, or just Hershey's chocolate. I've had all sorts of European chocolates and all whatnot, and I'm telling you, come back to Hershey chocolate, and that's just the ticket. All right, that's enough of that. So last week in the Huffington Post, the HuffPo, this guy Jim Garrison wrote a piece claiming that Mohammed was a feminist. Yes, you heard that right. Mohammed is a feminist. So this guy Jim Garrison, I actually wrote about him. If you want to learn a little bit more about Jim Garrison, just know he's a lefty loon. But if you want to know a little more, my article that's coming out on Monday for WorldNet Daily explains a little bit more of who Jim Garrison is. But just know that he is a lefty lunatic. So in his article, he tries to convince the readers that Muhammad, the prophet of Islam, would be appalled to see what has happened to women under Islamic law today. That he was a great guy who actually loved women. And you can bet he did, because he married 13 of them. So there you go. And I don't think he died when he was 98. Maybe, but I can't remember when he died. But I'm not sure if it was a ripe old age or not. But 13 brides. That's that's pushing it. How many husbands did Elizabeth Taylor have? Like 7? So that's like double Elizabeth Taylor. Egad, man. And Garrison even says that, or writes that one of the wives, Aisha, was actually the daughter of one of his closest friends, an ally, Abu Bakr. Sound familiar? Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. That's who he was named. That's not who he was named after. That's the name he took. That's the name he gave himself. Old Baghdadi he gave himself the name after Abu Bakr. At any rate, what Mr. Garrison, he mentioned that in passing, but the champion of women's rights, Muhammad, Garrison forgot to mention, or what he neglected to mention, if he even knows, which he probably does, that Muhammad drew up the marriage contract between Aisha, daughter of his closest friend, when the girl was 6 years old. Muhammad was in his 50s, I think. This girl was 6 years old, and he waited to consummate the marriage. He waited until she was 9. So he consummated the marriage when she was 9 years old, and he was in his 50s. He's a champion of women. Yeah, what a guy. What a good guy. But of course, nowhere is this mentioned by old lefty Jim Garrison, naturally. So Pam Geller, fully aware of this article in the HuffPo, decided to put down some actual facts about the Quran and about Muhammad and the Hadith, of what exactly it says about women and how to treat them, that Muhammad was a feminist, you know. Geller said, and these are just a few. I mean, the list is probably endless, and these are just a few of the choice ones I chose. Fact 1, the Quran allows, or perhaps even commands, men to beat their wives into subservience. And it does, in fact, say that. You ready? Here we go. Muhammad says that men are the protectors and maintainers of women because Allah has given the one more strength. Strength is in parentheses. Than the other, and because they support them from their means. Therefore, the righteous women are devoutly obedient and guard in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. As to those women on whose part ye shall fear disloyalty and ill conduct, admonish them first, that is. Next, if that doesn't work, in other words, refuse to share their beds. All right? And then finally, if that doesn't work, and last, beat them. Although it says lightly, although the author of this quote inserted lightly in parentheses. And Geller points out correctly that in the original Arabic translation, lightly isn't there. It just says, next, beat them. But if they return to obedience, seek not against them means of annoyance. So you can, first off, you can admonish them, yell at them, scream at them. I don't know if you want to throw ashtrays like Hillary did or something, I don't know. Secondly, you banish them from the bed, so you have separate beds. And if that doesn't work, finally you're allowed to beat them. And then if they return to obedience, then you can stop beating them. I guess if they don't, the inference is that you just continue to beat them until they do. So there's your feminist knight in shining armor, for want of a better term. You want how about another fact from Muhammad the feminist that Garrison must have just missed in his soliloquy? According to Muhammad, women lack, this is from Geller, according to Muhammad, women lack common sense because their minds are deficient. Well, that's not from Geller. That's actually from Muhammad. Muhammad said, O women folk, you should give charity and ask much forgiveness, for I saw you in bulk amongst the dwellers of hell. A wise lady among them said, Why is it, Messenger of Allah, that our folks is in the bulk in hell? Upon this the Holy Prophet observed, You curse too much and are ungrateful to your spouses. I have seen none lacking in common sense and failing in religion, but at the same time robbing the wisdom of the wise beside you. Upon this the woman remarked, What is wrong with our common sense and with religion? He, the Holy Prophet, observed, Your lack of common sense can well be judged from the fact that the evidence of 2 women is equal to 1 man. That is the proof of your lack of common sense. He added, I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you. Okay, there's your, he also added, another quote from Muhammad the feminist. I also saw the hellfire, and have never seen such a horrible sight. I saw that most of the inhabitants were women. So basically, let's see, to recap quickly, you're able to beat your wives into submission until they become obedient again, and that most of the women end up in hell, or most of the dwellers of hell are women, and that they're dim-witted. Basically, they lack common sense, they are deficient in intelligence and religion. Other than that, he thinks they're fabulous. Oh, and then he goes also on to describe heaven, or paradise as they call it. In paradise there is a pavilion made of a single hollow pearl 60 miles wide, in which each corner... In paradise there is a pavilion made of a single hollow pearl 60 miles wide, in each corner of which there are wives who will not see those in the other corners, and the believers will visit and enjoy them. Paradise is great for the men, not so good for the women, who basically get to stand in a corner and wait to be taken by the men, if you know what I mean. What a great deal. Boy, just Muslim women, boy, you got it made. Telling you what, brother. Thank heavens for Muhammad the feminist, or you'd be in real trouble. Now, so what about the practice that ISIS does about raping captured women, having sex with them, and whatnot? And that's apparently supposed to be wrong and not right under Islamic law or the teachings of Muhammad. Well, in fact, Muslims prior to Muhammad did refrain from having sex with captured women and slave girls, but Muhammad said that God sent him a message that said basically it's okay to have sex with captured women, whether their husbands are alive or not. But the faithful thought that they had to perform coitus interruptus. If you don't know what that is, I ain't going to explain it here. Look it up. However, Muhammad said that God had told him that this also wasn't necessary. So y'all just go ahead and do whatever you want. That'd be great. Hooray for women. Among the things that Garrison did explain that makes Muhammad such a feminist was that he ended the practice of female infanticide, where girl babies were buried alive. So that was good. And Garrison claims he did other things to benefit women. And even if this were true, so what? He did all this other stuff that didn't benefit women, saying that they're deficient and they're basically bags of dirt, and that men can do pretty much whatever they want, and they can beat their wives, they could admonish their wives, chuck them out of bed. And that basically most of the people in hell are women. Other than that, he's just a wonderful feminist, and maybe Hillary should campaign with the Islamic clerics or something. I don't know. But that was good, and so obviously this one thing benefited women, so that was good. And you could maybe say the same thing of Hitler. Now, Hitler was a genocidal maniac. We also know that. But boy, he built some great highways, and he even gave us the VW Bug, the Beetle, and the rocket engine, which he used to bomb England. But you got to take the good with the bad, right? So there you go. Mohammed is a feminist, and now we know. So that's all I've got this week. We're going to wrap it up. I will talk to you next week, God willing, and the creek don't rise, or we don't get a snowstorm up in here in New England. It's already getting cold, boo hiss. And that's about all I got. So I'm out of here. See you later. Take care.
Thank you for listening to the Common Constitutionalist Weekly Podcast.